r/AskReddit. What are we in the golden age of? Information. Imagine telling someone 100 years ago that people carry the collective knowledge of humanity in their pockets. You have a bold name. I respect that. If they're only here for porn, then they're very lost. Not many people realize this, but we are currently in the golden age of dinosaur discovery. We are currently discovering new species at the rate of one per week. In the past month we've described Vespasaurus, and in the past 4 days we've gotten Nototeceroraptor and Hesperornithites. It's not just new dinosaurs, but newer and better technologies are helping us better reconstruct their world. More powerful computers make processing larger datasets possible, like the study that resurrected Brontosaurus as a valid genus. It had every single individual animal that has been thought to be a diplodocoid scored for 477 different anatomical features, which adds up to a pretty big dataset. CT scans allow us to reconstruct their brains and allow us to figure out how they sensed the world and interacted with each other. And SEM imaging and some incredibly preserved fossils have allowed us to actually recreate the color of certain dinosaurs. This is a fantastic time for dinosaurs. Edit. Wow. I didn't expect this much attention. You guys are awesome and thanks for the gold. Edit 2. Holy poop. Platinum? I don't deserve this. You all are too kind. Whoa, Brontosaur users. Are a real genius again. My 3-year-old self rejoices. Yup, and has been since 2015. Although it was kind of an open secret that Brontosaurus and Apatosaurus were likely distinct enough from each other to warrant separation for a good long while before then. I mean, just look at their neck vertebrae. Apatosaurus is number 1 and Brontosaurus is number 2. Apatosaurus's neck was wide. Beer. I can go out every night of the week, all year long, and never try the same beer twice. And they're all pretty delicious. Also, now I may be an alcoholic. Golden age of alcoholism as well. You now have the ability to be a refined alcoholic. The rise of craft beers has led some people to spin their drinking problem as a hobby. Are you really enjoying the subtle flavorings of your 6th 10% IPA? They've been doing that with wine forever, which on average has 10%. It's between 13 and 15% for red wine. But higher proof doesn't mean it leads to higher alcohol consumptions. I like strong Belgians, around 7-11%, and I couldn't get wasted on them since they normally taste too powerful to drink much. Macro beer on the other hand is designed to chug as much as possible. Con. Man. There's porn for everything. Is there corn for Katie from work? Deepfakes are on the rise, so sit tight. Holy fudge. In a decade we might have people using automated software to deepfake the hot girl at work for pornographic purposes. That had not yet occurred to me. That's scary. I just want my royalties. You're assuming you're the hot girl from work. No, I am the employer. This guy manages. Definitely the golden age of convenience. If you live in a big modern city, you're able to order almost everything the earth produces and get it delivered in a couple of hours. Amazon Super Express shipment, Uber Eats, etc. This is perhaps the case for 10% of the world's population. But it's for the most it has ever been. Like in the Roman Empire they got mere conveniences, but for like 1% or less. 100% would be the golden age of humanity, and by now I don't believe they will ever reach this goal. Wait a minute here. They? I've got my eye on you, buddy. I'm about to meet Zizgi in person on the 20th of September. The average person of average income living in a first world country has a better life than medieval monarchs did. Let that sink in. Not literally OFC. We already have 2 sinks. You know, sometimes I think about that. I'm a woman who can read and write. I earn my own living due to my education. I can choose whether or not to have children, how many, and when. I can go to Kroger and buy strawberries and pomegranates and pineapple whenever I damn well please. Any time of year in any location. They don't have to be gifted to me by a suitor or foreign dignitary, and I buy them with money that is mine and no one else's. I can push a button on my wall and have my surroundings warmed or cooled to a precise temperature within 20 minutes. I can flip a switch and have light in my home without lighting a fire. I can have hot water out of a sink within seconds and I don't have to heat it myself. When I get a headache or a cold, I can drive my own butt to a pharmacy in a car capable of traveling 100 miles an hour and buy tested and reliable medicine and be relatively certain it will work. I can choose where to live, and I don't have to sacrifice too much of my family relationships to do so. I can literally call my mom who lives 8 hours away and ask her the recipe for her teriyaki sauce and get it instantly. I can browse an endless selection of entertainment at any time, day or night. And it's all pre-recorded, so I don't have to worry about the musicians getting bored playing the same song for the 18th time in a row. I can have dogs that serve absolutely no purpose except to keep me company. They don't hunt or guard or anything. They're effectively cute but useless, and I love them. Why wish to be a princess when I have it so much better right now? Let that sink in. Not literally OFC. We already have 2 sinks. Sorry, but I don't think enough people acknowledged this line. Horsepower. If you had told me just 15 years ago that it would be common to have 450 plus HP stock and still get 25 plus MPG with all the creature comforts and for a reasonable price, there's no way anyone would have believed it. Yet here we are with the Mustang GT, Camaro SS, Challenger RT and even the Corvette. Cries in European. For 30k you can get about 200 HP, which is considered a really fast car by most people. Yeah, but if it's a European car it's gonna be lighter and more balanced, and quite probably have a better transmission. I'm not saying it's as fun as a US style muscle car, but there's still quite a lot of fun to be had if you want to drive aggressively. Though I'm so middle-aged now I can't without having thoughts of a, fuel consumption and b, tire wear in the back of mind. And that's despite the relative frugality of German diesels. At the expense of everyone's air quality. Golden ages. Just look at all these comments. By practically any measure, this is statistically the best time to be alive. Not only are health, safety, and wealth at an all-time high, but advancements and interest in nearly all kinds of hobbies and entertainment have exploded with the networking capability of the internet. Obviously it's not perfect, but the vast majority of people throughout history wouldn't even be able to comprehend the luxury that an average first world citizen commands today. It's seriously worth reminding ourselves of this sometimes. It certainly looks like the world is on a desperate mission to eat itself. But a lot of it is our media having a ludicrously negative bias. Memes. It's the point where they are literally weaponized and used for cyber warfare. That's how we have flat earthers and anti-vaxxers. Makes you wonder if it's a golden or a dark age. It's both. The black gold age. No, the dress is blue and white. Ah fudge. Here we go again. Misinformation. It's so easy to proliferate now. And we all live in echo chambers. You didn't say it had to be a golden age of something good. It was much worse in the days without ways to spread information. You couldn't fact check shit and our myths and legends are all false news information. Religion being the biggest one, and at one point only if you could read and had unbelievable power over those that couldn't. We are in light-ending comparison. Yeah, for real. If you were some dude living in the 1800s and the news told you something happened, you pretty much just had to take their word for it. People still don't fact check poop. They can, but 9 times out of 10 they choose not to usually because they believe the facts are fake news. Plus, where are you going to fact check? Google? Snopes? Fox News? Grandma? How can we believe that something actually happened unless we saw it? Usually when you see multiple sources reporting one thing in common, the thing is true, though you'll need to use logical thinking. Would someone want to hide this? Would the news have a stake for or against it? to determine the amount of bias. Advertising. Almost every meme on Reddit, Factbook, Instagram, you name the social media platform, is filled to the brim with children thinking they're original by making a meme which mentions some product or service. You're doing yourself a disservice by not actually thinking about what sort of effect this has. The most effective way to advertise is to shove something to consumer as often as possible. When you walk around a store and you see a product you've heard about, your brain goes, oh, that's a good thing. I've heard about this somewhere. It's a trail we've developed through thousands of years of evolution. Not to mention how humor and good mood plays directly into the agenda. Think about it the next time you see play. 3 things happen here. You're mentioning the product by name. You're mentioning a core functionality of that product, and you're also giving further exposure to an already saturated pocket of money. Huh, I haven't heard this song before. Let's check it out. Then you go to your media outlet of choice, play the song. Of course it's catchy because that's how it's designed, and you're automatically part of the herd. Some people who've grown up in this age are basically immune to advertising because they know what it is. Some people do like you said and advertise it as a meme. Traditional advertising, maybe. I'd argue that viral marketing and sponsored content are still effective on people who've learned to black out banner ads and YouTube ads. Advertising has had to evolve out of its old form, sure, but it hasn't died. It's just had to completely change. Look at what Nike and Gillette did. They ran campaigns that they knew would be controversial, but because of the controversy, everyone was talking about the burn your Nikes thing and that ducking Gillette commercial. Plus, there's the simple fact that just hearing a product's name in different contexts can make you more likely to buy the product. Somewhat related to this is that tweet that says everything I know about Kim Kardashian I learned without my consent. Clickbait headlines. What this redditor says we're in the golden age of will shock you. You mean top 10 things? I couldn't believe number 7. Thank you for watching, you beautiful internet people.